Welcome back to SOS, some stuff, something badass. You might need food when you're out there, right? You got to get your own food because you're going to start running out of food. So you got to get food. Well, my favorite thing is the traps, like all the different types of traps. And I like, even if it's simple, it's such a simple design, if it's a drop trap, people will still kind of like, but it's a drop trap, you know. But it's the same as the other one. It's not the same. It's a little bit different when it comes to like the tree drop traps and stuff like that. I've done some of those. I've done the drop traps with spikes and stuff like that. I've already done that one before. You want to do something different? I've got it. So you need one stake to drive into the ground. You're going to need another stake to run across. All right? And then this is going to meet up with this. But I got to get it in the ground first. So I got to drive it in. You want it to split like that. It works a lot better. There we go. Got 4 splits. That should hold pretty good. Like that. There we go. Now, this is a drop trap. Let's set this up. Let's see. Okay, right here, you put your meat on it, right? They have to go in here a little bit. But you can put more boards. You don't have to use just one log. It's a pretty heavy log. Smaller game, they're going to have a hard time trying to wrestle a heavy log. It's like having a house land on top of me. You know what I mean? That's the difference. They're going to feel the experience of a house landing on them. So they grab the food, and then as soon as they grab it, just like that. Okay, it's pretty simple. You want to make a card. Get yourself a card. I just took the axe and then shaved off from the top of a I can't tell. I think that's like poplar or something. But anyways, I skimmed that off and use that as my base plate. You can use a rock, but sharpen both ends of your bait stick. Okay, one's for your bait. You can put whatever you decide to put on it. Bait stick, boom. You can get a coyote. You can get, I don't know, other types of game out there. There's a lot of different types that are going to go for something yummy on a stick, you know what I mean? That's one. We got more. You want to make sure the stick that you drive in the ground is going to have a slant to it like this. Okay? Slant catches right here, just like that. And this. Right. That, just like this, and then like this, and then like this. Okay, that should be about right. I need to cut my slots. Alright, hang on. Alright, there's one slot. Okay, so once again, notches, they're cut on both sides. They interlock together. Here, you've got a pivot system that's on there. And then there's your cut for your like dovetail to go in there. And then down here is where you put your bait. And once again, I'm using this log as an example. I could use a little bit bigger log than that. But little critter can come in here this way or that way. Doesn't matter if they do a snatch and run, because it's still going to land on them, right? I'm going to pull you a little bit closer so you can see this one. I want to back out so you can get a better view. If you can see that, the arch, this stick comes all the way up and gets tied to the tree. I double these to make them a little bit stronger. And over here I do my spike, and then this looks like a piece of cedar. I think this is cedar, but this will work. Cedar will hold this up. Don't worry, it's either dead or it's still alive and kicking. I don't know, but it'll work to hold this up. Okay, I didn't chop it down. Through here, you have one stick. The way this works, this stick is tied here. You tie it here, then you tie there. This just gets tied on to this, so don't worry about this. The mechanism you can do differently. You can do this on a much larger scale if you wanted to seriously injure humans, I guess. I don't know if you wanted to be so cruel. Tie here, run your rope, your cordage under, and have it tied here. So basically you've got another stick. That stick comes down, get you another stick, run it across here, and run it under there. This is just a latch. This latch, you can make a loop out of debris. You can take debris and make a loop out of it if you want. If you want to be all fancy and do a loop out of debris, you don't have to do one out of string. I did mine out of string. On your cable, you're going to tie a stick to the end of it. It just helps guide it up and pull it out so that everything gets safely removed. Now, that's kind of how that works. I'll bring you closer so you can take a look at that better. That's just a stick that just lays there against this tree. This stick gets tied here and there, just like that. And they both run through here. So once they separate, That's holding them together. Once they separate, it releases it and sends it here. Now, make sure I got this lined up. Guess you can see that okay. That should be better. So, say you have like bait. You want to have bait here, or something's coming through here. Well, whatever comes through here, I would have this much tighter than this. But I'm just doing this for demonstration. Basically, what's going to happen is they come through and it pulls just like that. That comes down. And you can have this on a much larger scale besides this smaller one. You don't have to have this smaller setup. You've seen Predator, right? All right. Bring this up all the way, just like that. And you saw how quick it stabs into it. Same thing, you can get it in a better spot. You can reload it over and over again. Well, until you pull it too tight and break. You get the point, okay? So, there you go. That's why I do 2 sticks instead of 1. You need something flexible. You can't do it with just regular, like something a little bit harder, like hardwood. I don't think it would work the same. Maybe, I don't know. You need something more flexible. So that's why I'm going with this. So that's the reason why it flexed and it worked. And there you go. Small game, easy if it's passing through. It's just another thing you can use. Well, that was 3. I think that does it. I think it's as long as I'm going to make the video. You're watching SOS. I'm Southside Badass. Have a beautiful, fabulous, fantastic pancake day. Take it easy.